Hey everyone, I'm back this week with another book opening video. I've actually ordered 2 books on Kickstarter about 5 months ago, and I'm not actually sure which one this is. So I'm liking the packaging this one comes in. One of the books I ordered is more adult themed, or maybe not adult themed, but contains nudity. So if it is that one, I won't be able to show this on YouTube, so if you're watching this, it is not that book. Okay, so we got into it. Okay, here we are. So it's not the adult themed one, as you can tell, which means I can show it on camera. Looks like there's quite a few goodies in this one. So I've only backed a few things on Kickstarter before. This is the first one that I've backed where it's actually come with a few prints and whatnot. So before I open this book, let me quickly open these, just see what's in them. So the first thing we have is 2 bookmarks. Pretty cool designs on them. I'm guessing these will be the designs that are on the prints as well. It's been a while since I actually ordered this, so I can't actually remember what came with it. This one looks like postcards. So here are the postcards that I got. I'm just going to flick through these to show you on camera. I would like to take a proper look through these and, I don't know, admire them, I guess, a little bit more. But for the sake of recording the video first, I'll just get these shown. So pretty cool. And last of all, I would say these are probably prints. This is again the first time I've had anything like this, even from Kickstarter. And it's pretty exciting actually to receive this kind of thing in the post. So I can just about get those in shot. It's a really cool art style as well. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so I am just about through several layers of wrapping here. Nearly there. So this is Decade, sketches by Even Mehl Amundsen. Apologies, I am likely pronouncing the name wrong because, yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So this book is actually quite small. It's quite thick though. Looks like it's got a lot of pages to it. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but it's a almost glossy finish, almost like a satin finish in certain lights. It's pretty cool. So I'll leave it there just for a second, a little bit of promo for him. If you want to follow him on any of these, website and social media, if you can see that clear enough. So I think I've got this in shot enough now. Judging from this first page, it is in English and I'm not even sure what the other language is because I cannot remember where he's from. Sorry, but let's get flicking through this. There probably isn't going to be a contents as such because, well, it's not really like a how to draw book. Well, it's not a how to draw book. This is basically Evan's sketchbook, and if you read the bit on the back, I'll pause the blurb, it mentioned that this is a selection, I think, of about 300 sketches he has made over the last 10 years, between 2009 and 2019, and they are all compiled into this one book. So I'm not actually that familiar with this artist. This came up for me randomly, I think it was about 5 months ago, just on Kickstarter. I think I was looking at fantasy art books and similar things, and this came up under the fantasy art category, and to be honest, I just thought it looked really cool. I really like the fact that it is a sketchbook. That means it's not necessarily refined drawings, refined sketches, but more, well, yeah, someone's sketchbook. I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. But I've always preferred sketches. So to me, these stand out a lot more. I find these a lot more interesting. Plus, compared to someone at my level, these sketches are still incredibly good and probably better than a lot of us can actually do as finished pieces. So I'm skipping through it quite quickly. I won't be showing every page, just a random selection as to whatever pages I grab as I turn. But I have noticed creatures, humans, I'm noticing quite a few medieval armors. Any of you that watch my videos know that's quite an interest for me. So these look like they could even be studies that he's done in some cases, maybe to improve his visual library. Or maybe he was, I don't know, working on certain projects at the time. I would recommend having a look at this guy's work and Googling him because I cannot remember all of the information. I would have looked it up again before recording this, but as I said, I didn't know which book it was going to be, and it's been a while since I actually ordered it. So it looks like it's got some life studies there as well. So I said the other book that I was waiting for had nudity. Turns out this one has it in too, but probably not to the same degree. This kind of thing is always really cool to me, like an elf or something. It just reminds me of Lord of the Rings, and I'm a huge Lord of the Rings geek. And I've just realised as well, sorry I wasn't paying enough attention myself, but it does have a date in the bottom corner. Not to the day or month or anything, but it tells you which year he has drawn them in. Or that's at least what I assume that means. So we are currently in 2014 here. You can see as well that he's used a range of mediums. Probably, sometimes like brush markers like this, or inking pens I should say. A lot of them I would guess maybe pencil or pencil colours. Some of them even look like they could be biro, but it's difficult for me to tell. I'm not too familiar with his work to know what his preferred medium is. If you are a big fan of Evan's, please let me know in the comments below. Let us know any information you can. I always find it really interesting after making these videos because a lot of you guys leave me information below. This one was shown on the Kickstarter campaign as well. I remember thinking that was pretty cool. And it's simple touches that I think make this book more interesting as well from looking at it. Even just the fact that although the black and white is really cool, there are just random designs that have got a bit of colour to them. Even if it's just that a different colour pen was used. To me, I think simple things like that are just effective and really interesting actually. So some of the information that I can remember roughly about this artist is that he has worked on a few different games, or worked for a few game companies such as, Blizzard and Wizards of the Coast, Riot, Ubisoft. Some of these look like they are 2-page spreads as well, which is pretty cool. As mentioned, it's only a small sketchbook, but it's more than big enough to get a lot of detail in there, especially when there's this many pages and they're going on to several pages anyway. So this guy also has a book, or I think it's of like a world that he has created, again concentrating on fantasy art. And I think the book or the world that he has created is called, well, it says TEGN. I'm not actually sure how you say that or what it stands for. I am showing a lot of the pages, but if you like what you're seeing, I would definitely recommend buying it. I will try to remember to put some links in the description box below for those of you that are interested. It looks like it covers an awful lot of fantasy art. I know we've already said it's got all sorts of creatures, animals, monsters and humans and portraits, armor studies, different mediums, different types of warriors. That's the kind of thing that I find really interesting. And I would really like to actually spend more time looking at these in detail. But for now, whilst recording, I will just skip through it quicker. That looks a bit like God of War. And this artist, I think, is from Norway, so that would explain the other language in the front of the book. And a little promotion for my other book videos. I do have a playlist full of art books like this. I especially do like fantasy art books. So definitely check the description box below this video once you're done watching. See if there's any others that you'd like. Again, I'm really pleased with this and quite excited about what's arrived with it, especially having the prints and everything like that, because I don't own many things like that. So you can see a varied style in these as well, or at least some are a lot more loose drawings, whereas some are more refined. When there's this many pages, I think it's pretty cool to have both. I think this was one of the postcards at the beginning, and I'm going to pretty much leave it at that because I've shown a lot of pages to this already. As mentioned, definitely take a look at this artist. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what you think to the book. So there you can see everything that arrived with it. This is probably because the campaign hit certain goals, so that's really cool. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, even with me rambling on in the background. Let me know in the comments below what art books you've been reading recently. And as always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, everyone.